It's essentially what I do, because the more you can stay with yourself, and you can, I call it expanding the window of tolerance, and the nervous system can hold greater amounts of inputs without reacting to said inputs, then
Going into this fight
yeah,
or
then
flight.
you
Yeah.
have this ability to see clearly, and we don't see clearly. We don't.
Mm.
We don't know how to see what's happening clearly, and so we're like in the trench. Something happens, we dive into the trench and we try and figure something out, but this ability to stay on the balcony and look in and go, "What's happening there? How do I wanna maneuver that?" That capacity
Mm.
is not something that we have been taught very well or ever. And
Mm.
so for me, this ability to navigate this exact space and make sure that you don't self-abandon is all about recalibrating the nervous system and working with it and
Mm.
understanding how it works, and feeling, actually choosing to feel what we've been trained to fix. Feel it, stay in it. And that's how we break the pattern, is in the staying with ourselves, not abandoning ourselves when things get hard or when we feel like something's it's just such a powerful space to be. And I'm not saying that when you stay, you're not going to feel risk, or you're not going to feel the discomfort, or you're not going to feel like you want to run. All of those things
Mm.
can still happen. You're going to feel fear and guilt and shame and grief, whatever the case is, but we don't shapeshift. We stop shapeshifting. We just be with what's real and what's in this space, and we can see it with new, fresh eyes. We can respond to it in a slightly different way. And that's, I think, where our truth stems from. I think that's
Yeah.
where our wisdom lives, and where our truth can have breath and can
Yeah.
point us in directions that I think are wiser and maybe more supportive for us. And choice, I think that's where choice lives ultimately,
Yeah.
as well, as when we are able to stay. And that's something that I feel is overlooked a lot in the discussion of how do we really connect, and how do we connect with other. It's the attunement has to start with our own nervous systems, because
Mm.
attunement is really a nervous system, the nervous system attunement, right? It's a resonant circuitry. It's so if we're not attuned with our own, and we don't know how to manage our own and expand our own, then it's really difficult to be able to work with others.
Absolutely. Now, you just mentioned some emotions that you can feel, and where you say, okay, we have to stay with those emotions and with the discomfort of those emotions. I notice that a lot of people don't even have a language for their emotions.
Yeah.
And so they don't even understand what they're feeling or why.
Yeah.
So is that something that can be already a preparation of learning to be in this present state?
Yeah. I think it's all emotional. Emotions move us. When we feel an emotion, we are moved towards something. We want to move. Emotions move us. So I think being able to name your emotions, and also not necessarily always identify with them, and just be able to feel them without
Yeah.
this identity. Well, I am sad. I am. It's just, this is arising. This is happening. This is what I'm feeling right now. And to be able to sit in that without automatically going into some big, rich story about it, or attaching some narrative that may or may not be true. So this ability to just stay in this space of rich emotional territory, and be able to navigate that landscape and to make sense of it, and to name it and language it, and come into relationship with it. For so long, like pain run my life.